Hello, I'm Wataru Tanaka. Today I'd like to talk about the solutions of psychological barriers and aversion to U.S. military bases in Japan. Firstly, I'd like to review the several points that we learned in the course of U.S. overseas bases. I picked up 4 points. First, the United States spends more on defense than the next 10 countries combined. That is a huge number, however. The U.S. lethal power is said to be declining now. Second, the U.S. has learned overseas bases to keep national security since the Cold War era. Now, it deters aggression. Thus, it is difficult to retreat or move forces from foreign bases. Third, U.S. bases cause environmental damage and crimes. Accidents are inevitable around bases. Recently, a plane crashed into the ocean around Yakushima Island, Kagoshima, Japan. Lastly, it is easier to have a favorable impression of who has interacted with the military. The data shows contact and economic benefit makes an impression positively. In the next, I'd like to analyze the current situation of psychological barriers toward US bases in Japan. As a premise, I'd like to share that there have been confirmed accidents and incidents involving drugs and alcohol, as well as damage from falling objects from aircraft and chemical spills from the base. This is the graph of how people feel about US bases. As you can see, about 80% of people in Japan feel that US military base is unnecessary or unavoidable. In Okinawa Prefecture, which has the largest number of bases, however, the percentage drops to about 60%. The data thus confirms that impression of US military bases are relatively poor in areas where bases are located. In other words, the opinions of the most important local residents are more negative in their feelings toward the US bases. From these analyses, I'd like to suggest a solution for proper base operations. The understanding and cooperative attitude of neighboring residents is essential. Therefore, this strike that the current US military bases in Japan are receiving from neighboring residents must be removed. With this in mind, I offer the following proposal. My solution is to promote the housing of U.S. military personnel in civilian residential areas. It consists of 4 steps. First, I suggest to create more interaction with local people. As we learn in this course, people who have interacted with the military have more positive feelings against U.S. troops. Second, I suppose it can make American soldiers' feeling toward Japan positive. Within communicating with the local Japanese people, the military might feel they would like to be kind toward them. Third, I'd like to promote the cultural syncretism around the bases. The syncretism of American and Japanese cultures artificially creates a unique culture and it enhances the attractiveness of the area. Lastly, we would construct places where Japanese people and the military can interact easily. By creating a place where the Japanese and the US military can interact, we will accumulate the problems and the benefits created by coexistence and apply them to improvements. Here are some examples of specific solutions and the details. By living in a regular residential area, we can interact in daily life. Through greetings or playing at parks might be great opportunities to know each other. My second example is attending local events. In Japan, there are a lot of traditional festivals called matsuri. It might be a great chance to learn Japanese culture for military personnel. My third idea is to create American street in Japanese style building. Actually, this exists around Yokosuka base, which is in my hometown. However, only Yokosuka base has such a blend of Japanese and Western scenery, and it makes Yokosuka a more charming city. Thus, it should be a great idea. Here's my last example building an American diner style building. American diner style building is exotic and attractive for us, so this might be both a relaxing spot for Americans and a fun place for the Japanese. In conclusion, NIMBY facilities such as military base is one of important problem globally. I believe that thinking about these problems is necessary to make world better as a global citizen. Thank you for listening.